Hello and welcome to a new episode of Conquering freeCodeCamp Curriculum. In this episode, we're going to start working on the projects from the data visualization certification part. These are probably the projects that I'm least experienced with for some reason. I'm not that good with D3, but we learned it yesterday. So let's see if we can build it, the first project. So should be fun, at least for you watching me struggle. That should be a nice Saturday evening show. All right. Well, I clicked. Let's see the introduction first. These challenges yet let you test your data visualization skills. Let me see. Yeah, they're zoomed in. So test your data visualization skills and how to transfer and use data using Ajax. Okay, by the end of this, you would have 5 projects to showcase your data visualization skills that you can show off to friends, family, your dogs and cats. Okay, have fun and remember to use research asks. Alright. Hey Max, welcome. Patrick, Liam, Patrick. Patrick is how we say it in Romania. Alright, so we have the first project being a bar chart. And they give us this example. United States GDP over the last 100 years? No, 50 years or so. 70. Alright. This doesn't look that hard, I think, considering the fact that we built something like this while we were learning D3. But still, I forgot a few things, so I will be going back to the lessons and see how that works. Alright, let's see what we need to do. You can use HTML, CSS, D3, JavaScript. Okay, the tests require axes to be generated using the 3-axis property, which automatically generates ticks along the axis. Okay. These ticks are required for passing the D3 tests because their positions are used to determine alignment of graph elements. Okay. I'm already lost here. I should have some D3 expert helping me. Hey Dimitri, how are you all doing? Okay, you will find information about getting access at. Okay, let's open this. We might use it. Required non-virtual DOM elements and queries on the moment of each test. If you use a front-end library, which we won't, blah 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 blah. Okay, we hope to accommodate them eventually, but these frameworks are not currently supported for D3 projects. Okay, so we won't use any frameworks, just D3 and the good old vanilla JavaScript. My chart should have a title. My chart should have a G element. X-axis with the corresponding ideas x-axis. The same for the Y. Both axes should contain multiple tick levels. I forgot what this is, so that should be fun. My chart should have a rect element for each data point with the corresponding class bar. Okay, each bar should have a properties data date and data GDP containing date and GDP values. The bar elements, you know what? Let's just start and we can come back to the user stories later. So first we're going to have dataset. Alright, that's nice. So we have the dataset. Okay, look at all these. So we have the dates. Oh, with months. Now that's interesting. And with values. They did. Oh, with for quarters. Oh, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. All right. All right. All right. Maybe we can just filter this out and use the first one from each year. Okay, good. So that's that. You can build a project. Okay. Let's fork this CodeCamp project and start from there. So fork. This will be visualize data with a bar chart. Let's type freeCodeCamp. All right. We don't need these comments, and we might need D3, right? So let's import it. Okay, everything's good so far. Now, I'm going to go back to the lessons and kind of remind how we used to create a bar chart. Okay, so we have the data set. Oh, we need to get first the data set from the API. So let's write that. 1. Get data from the API. Good. Next. Select body, so where we want to put it. All the divs. Okay, I want to go for those where we're going to use SVG. Labels. Let's look at this. Body SVG. Okay. We had some problems with the G. Add that G tag. Where was it? Come on, where was it? Scatterpod, no, tooltip. Okay, I guess we could start with this SVG, but we don't have a G. And they, yeah, let's open another one. Where was it? Here. All right. So chart should have a title with ID title. All right, that's easy. H1 with an ID of title saying I. All right, so that's done. I think we're done. We can finish now. Okay, I was sort of kidding. Bad joke. My chart should have a G element with x-axis with a corresponding ID x-axis. Alright, so oh, but I remember we did some nice things with scales and axis. Okay, but this was for a scattered point or whatever. Okay, G, alright. I think the hardest part will be to start, to see something on the screen, and then, I don't know, have a G element x-axis with the corresponding ID. But I don't remember when we used... I guess we can start by adding an SVG with a width and a height, and then just to see something on the screen. Sort of. Okay. So let's see. Const SVG will be select body, and then, okay, I have to look this up. Select body, append SVG, and the width and the height. Alright, so we need a width and a height. Const width will be 500. Const height will be 500. Now, as you can see, it's fine if we just pick these sections we learned. It's not stealing, it's not copying, it's not cheating, because basically we're learning, right? The purpose of these challenges, these projects, is for us to learn. So it's fine. Also in your job, whenever you want to build something, it's fine to look at code. You don't have to have everything memorized, especially if you're working with new technology, like I am now. Well, I just learned D3 yesterday, so I still want to type the code instead of just copying, just to slightly help memorizing it. Alright, so append, attribute, attribute. Okay, so let's do that. We have the body, then we want to append an SVG. Why don't you like that? Then attribute, we want the width to be our width, and the height to be our height. Alright, now we should have an SVG. Let's see, what's wrong with you? Select is not defined. Oh, I think D3 dot or D3. I just need to find how they D3 select append attribute is not a function. Oh, okay. This one was wrong. Alright, so that's good. We should have an SVG now. Okay, so this is how we're going through the data and creating an entry for all of them. X, so these were points. Let's look. I remember we had somewhere we did this, append SVG with height, circles. No. Oh, that's pretty much the same. We did with the bars. Okay, so rect X, Y. Alright, so let's do that. Create this. We also need data. First, maybe let's use some dummy data. Let's look at how our data looks from the API, so we can have a dummy object no, actually an array of objects, I think. No, an array of arrays. So let's get a few of these and put it here, dummy. You little dummy data. Alright. Close that array and we can hide it here so it doesn't mix up with our code. Alright, so now we have some data. There was SVG dot select all, so all the elements we want to create. Alright, and then we add the data set, we enter and append and create this. Alright, let's see, can we remember it until we get here? Select all, let's do a rect again. Then was data dummy. I already forgot. Then enter. Okay, then select all again. Rect. And then we needed to set the attribute of X being something and the attribute of Y being something. Let's see. Okay, data. Whoa, I did got it out right. That's nice. Append. Forgot append somewhere. So select, data, enter, append. Not select again. Append. Alright. Close enough. Now we also need width and height for these. Attribute width. Let's be on 100. And attribute height. 100. Okay, look at that. We have something on the screen. Clap, clap. Now let's take these and give them a background color of purple. Fill. Sorry, because we're in SVG land. Alright, perfect. Now. Hello, folks. Now we need to change the X, basically change these four properties: X, Y, width, and height. Because now all of the rectangulars are on top of each other. So let's make the width be 40 pixels or 40 something. Maybe even smaller, 20. Half of that. Alright, next. The X should be, we're taking D and Y, so we have an index, and we do Y times 20. Ooh, okay, nice. Maybe add a little padding, so 22. Alright. So we have those. Now the height should be dependent of this, which are pretty close to one another. So, but okay, let's just use. So we have the array of arrays. So this will be our D and the one we want. Alright. So D, and we want the height to be D of 1 plus pixels. Okay, look at that. So we're starting to see something. Now, the issue is that it's upwards. Sorry, it's downwards. So we need to subtract the, let's see, the Y. So this should go down. There was a formula, so let's see. We want to go down by the height. So height, and then minus the 1. Height. Okay, that was right. Alright, so now there is, actually, if we do on the SVG, can we have a border on the SVG? 2 pixels solid, 2 pixels solid black. Okay, so this is our SVG and these are our bar charts. Alright, so that was fun. Now, what we need to do is to basically add in the correct data, right? Instead of the dummy data, we need to get the data from the API, which was our first point here. But alright, I guess that works. And what else? I think that's a good start. So let's get the data from our API here. Well, their API. Fetch this URL, and then convert the response to JSON, and then the response should give us back some data. You can see here we get an object which has a property of data which we want. So let's get that. const data, oops, const data should be res.data, and because and because we have this, we can just do that from the data restructuring. All right, now we can let's put this in a function create stuff, because I don't have a better name now. We put this inside our create stuff function and pass in the data, and now we create stuff with the data. Okay, and instead of using dummy here, guess what we're going to use? Data. Drum rolls. Boom! Awesome. So we that was a loud boom. Hey, who's been here for the beginning like me? You weren't here. You're a liar. Okay. Hello. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Okay, so that's good. We have something. We need a couple of things. Let's write them down and do them in the wrong order. So first, we need to remove. So you can see here we have the 4 quarters, and I don't only want the first one. So remove the last 3 quarters. I don't know. Remove last 3 Q's like that. Next, find a good way to find a good width for the bars, so we can see all the bars. 3, maybe change the width of the SVG to fit to make sure the bars fit. Then 4. What else? Enjoy. Right, good. Now 1. What was 1? Remove the last 3 quarters. Okay. How do we do that? As you can see here, we have an array, well, an array of arrays, and the first element of all the arrays is this data. And you can see that we have the first month, January. So what we could do is to take this string, split it up, so we can take the middle one and check if the middle one is 0, 1. Make sense? Let's try. So basically we have something like const string 2000 whatever 10 or like that 0, 1, 0, 1, and we want to split that by the dash and get the middle element. So it will be 0, 1, 2, and if this middle element will be equal to 0, 1, we want the data, otherwise bye-bye data. If that works, well, actually let me first make the width here like 5, so we can see multiple oh, and the I should be 6. And because we are playing around with variable and changing it in 2 places, let's create one variable here. Bar width will be 5, and now this will be multiplied by bar width plus 1, and this will be bar width. All right, so now if we want to change this to 10, we're going to get 10 without a problem with the spacing included. So that's neat. All right, you can see now how this I see something else. After we enjoy it, we need to scale the heights of the bars so they fit, because they're not fitting now. All right, so let's use this stuff on our data. The filter, we want our data, the 0 to be split like that, and check for it to be equal to 0, 1. So now probably you noticed we get higher bumps here, because instead of showing 4 times a year, we only see it once. So, all right, and look at that. We also have space here. So that's done. Find a good width for the bars. Now, what will be a good width? Basically, a good width will be the length of our data array let me see it sound here. Put this. All right, good. So the good bar width will be based on the SVG width, and we want to get the SVG width, so the width we declared, and divide it by the data length. So now we get a length which will probably fill in all the data. Hopefully, let's see, -10 should see some space if we did it correctly. Okay. Oh, because the width is so small, we can't see now anything. So -1 should be okay. 2. Come on. All right. So you can see that it should work. Good. So that's done. We fit in all the bars here. Maybe change the width of the SVG. Oh yeah, so now the nice part will be that if we put the width to be 800, the bars will grow to fit in the width. All right. So that's good. Now we can enjoy. Drink some water. We have. Okay. And now we need to scale the heights of the bars so they fit. Okay. Now this fitting part will be interesting. We need to go back to our lessons and learn about predefined scales, D3, D. Okay. Scale, create a linear scale. All right. Yeah, so we need to create a scale. Okay, know that. What else? Domain, all right. Dynamic, all right. This is what I want. So we have the padding, we create a scale, and we set the domain and the range. Domain, which did something, and the range did something else. And I'm not sure what they did. So the domain method passes information to the scale about the raw data. Oh, okay, I remember. So with the domain, we passed in what we have, and with the range, we give back what we want it to be. So if we have data from, let's see, from 200 till up to, 18,000. So that's what we need to pass in. And we want to get data back to map it basically. So from 0 to the height. Right? Right. All right. Height, right, all right. Okay, so let's create a linear scale somewhere here. Count scale will be, scale. D3 dot linear scale. All right. Scale linear. Okay. If you see some bugs and I don't see them, please don't let me suffer. Help me. Domain needs an array with the smallest one. Okay, we're going to use 0 and then the maximum from the data set. Alright. I remember something. Okay, what do we have to do? Domain and domain, and we need to pass in an array the starting value and the maximum value from the data. Which was what? D3 max. Okay. D3.max, so the maximum from the data. It's a callback because data set. Okay. See how good I am. I'm rocking this. D, and we want this D1 because that's our. What's happening? Why it's not working? What's missing? Funct is not defined. Funct. Where is funct not defined? I guess that's an old error. An array, that looks fine. Well, let's create the range also. So we want to map it from 0 to the maximum from the D3 on what? 0 till the height. The dot. Where? The dot. That domain. Oh, okay. Thank you. See, that's why I love you. Thank you. Nice. So now we should have the correct scale. Thank you, Cesar and Hork. Okay. What else? We need to use this scale. How? Scale. Somewhere. We need to put it somewhere. Where? D3. Oh, or it's used by default. I don't think so. Range, output. Let's go back to learn it. Scale, output, scale, text output. Okay, blah blah blah. D3 has a scale. Okay, scale D3. Okay. So I'm missing something. Set the domain. Domain, range. And then we call this function. No, that's not a... Oh, we need to use this. Output is scale. Use. Output text, so it's just using the text. Okay, I have less temp here, so we're creating X scale, Y scale, and we need to use them somewhere. Where? Oh, I think I know. We're going to use them to, that's a function we're going to use to map it. Oh, okay, I think I know now. So this is the scale, and we want to use it here when we're mapping over this value. Fingers crossed. Okay. I think we also need to use it here, and this should be done. Yay, look at that. Haha, nice. Okay. For some reason it doesn't go up till the maximum. Why? Something is fishy. Let's do -1 here. Maybe the bar width is not okay. So it goes up till the maximum. Awesome. Să trăiești și tu, Cezar. Okay. So now we have that. Pretty neat. I like it. I'm excited about this. I feel like a child learning, which is good. Programming should be like that. If we're going to look at what they had, we have something similar. Ooh, they have more data. They have this axis and hover. Hello Ankit, welcome late as always. Oh, and look at that, they use all the points. Okay. Alright, I guess because we did it in a very finesse way, if we only remove this filter, we should see it work the same with more data. So I really need a music board somewhere where we have drum rolls and some failing effects. Let's see. Yay! Clap. But now the wrong part will be this. Okay, so maybe remove this from here, but then they will be next to each other. But I guess that will be fine. Alright, so now we have all the data from our plot, or whatever that will be, our API. One thing we can do is on hover, make it feel make it feel better. Make it feel white, because now it feels purple. Okay, look, now it feels white when we hover over it. Perfect. Let's add some CSS to make it look prettier. On the body, what you want? Display flex, align at the center, just back at the center, height, 100 viewport heights. Display flex direction, column. Boom. Now on the H1, well, we don't want anything. We want to import a font and maybe change this to visualize. What we're visualizing here, United States GDP. All right. Or let's not import a font, just use, do you know some fonts which are built-in? Font family, do we have Roboto? I don't think so, but I think sans serif is much better than what we had. Alright, that looks fine. Good. Now, our SVG could use some 3D effect. So let's add the box shadow, 2 pixels, 2 pixels, 4 pixels, RGBA 000, oops, 0.4. Alright, maybe a depth, more depth, 4 pixels and 8, 6, whatever. It's fine. And let's find some gradient colors, ideal, something which should work with purple. I guess I have no idea. This one, copy, and then put it on the body. Okay, that doesn't look that bad. We can fill in our SVG with white. Does that work? Maybe the background color should be white. Alright, good. So now we have an interesting, not so, I don't like that much anymore. But should be fine. Alright. Good. One last thing. let me go to the H1 margin top minus 30, 40, 30, 40, whatever. So we have it up there. Awesome. So now we have the data. Let's see, we removed. We shouldn't have, but it's okay. Find a good height, we did. Width, we enjoyed it. Okay, and scale the height of the bar so they fit. Okay, we did that too. We don't need the dummy data. We now need to do something else. What? Let's see. The chart should have ID title. My chart should have a G element x-axis. Oh, so these elements, if I remember correctly, are like a fire. Are these? So let's do that. We have scales here. Okay. We need to append the G and use the transform. Oh, and create the axis. Alright, and we use the scale. Perfect, so that's not that hard. Where was it? Let me put it here. So G, transform, create an axis. I guess here, create axis. So const, oops, x-axis will be what? D3 axis bottom, and we need to pass our scale. Now the interesting part is that we have here x scale and y scale. Y, we have a y scale. X and y. Oh, we have y scale here because so in our example the y scale should be the value. So what we have here, this is basically the y scale. So let's use that. And we should see the x scale being the year. Yeah. I guess that we could take the years from that string. Not this, this. So we could take the years here from here and create another scale for x scale. Okay, let's do that. Y scale const x scale should be D3 scale linear. Oops. Like that. That domain starts from our year. So D3.min data D and D0. I'm not sure if we can pass this as a string. Will it work with strings, or we need to parse this and only return the year in a number? We'll see. And the range will be from 0 till the width. So now we have the x scale. Oh, we did the D3, but we need the minimum, we need the maximum also. Max data D, D0. Okay. Again, I missed something. What? Data D, D0. That's closed. That's closed. Oh, here, alright. So we have an Y and an X scale. Now we can create a X-axis with the X scale and the Y-axis with the Y scale. Oops. Like that. And we now need to create two G elements and put them on our chart. We're going to need a little padding, but okay, we'll see that afterward. Let's see. G transform, we need to put it wherever we want, and we call this function whatever this is. SVG dot append attribute and call. Append G attribute of transform and call D. Let's do the x-axis first. So now the transform should be translate like that. So the x is this, so we need to translate it to the left. So it let's put 0 0, see what happens. Okay, you can see something there. So 0 should be fine, maybe with some padding. Let's create a padding variable. Const padding should be 30. And now we can use this padding to push it to the right. Padding. Oops. Correct syntax. Let me fix this quickly. So like that, we have padding. Alright, you can see now that bar moved and we need to push it down. Push it down with the height. And I think we need to add pixels. Probably. Okay. Translate. So it's 0 0. We need to push it to right and then to down. How do you do it here? Translate 0 h minus padding. H minus padding to push it up a bit. But we should see something. Translate padding height. Height minus padding. Don't you want to work? Transform, translate. Let me inspect it and see why it's not working properly. So SVG, ton of rect elements. We need to see a G somewhere. Okay, G transform. Oh, fill none. Not sure if that's good. So translate. Can I get this? No. So we can't really see much. Well, let's push it to the right. And down. I don't know. Where is it? Where are you? See the tail there. Slate pixels. We added pixels. Don't they have pixels here? No. Maybe that's the problem. Oops. So they don't need pixels. Okay, so we see something. Look at that, it's here. Oh, wait, this is an x-axis. So it's here. Okay, got confused. 0 weight. They mean the, oh yeah, and it doesn't have the year. So this is one with the years. Alrighty. Width minus padding. Close enough. Minus 2 times the padding. Okay, so now we have it here. But we don't have any data because our data is a string with the number somewhere there. So let's get out the year. Maybe we can map over this data array and do data 0 will be here, data 1, and we're going to need to change the data 0 to split it, get the first one and convert it back to a number. Oh, look, don't need to convert it back to number. Alright, so that's done. For those of you who didn't understand this, we basically have a string which looks like 2010 0101. This one, D0. So we split it by the dashes, so we get an array of 2010, 01, and 01. And we want this, so we get the 0. So hopefully makes sense. If it not, just let me know and I'll happily help you. Okay, so look at that. We have a scale, or whatever that is. Now let's create the y-axis. SVG append G again. I guess now we can copy this. Oops. And instead of the x-axis, we want the y-axis. And instead of this, we want to put it here. So transform translate. On the x-axis, 0. And now it's interesting that it creates on the creates here. Did I forget? Oh, x is bottom, x is left, I think it is. Alright. No, x is bottom, x is left. Yeah, so that's right. Now it's just off screen, I guess. We want to be placed here. So 0x, well, the left should be also padding. I'm not sure why I deleted that. And the XY should be padding also. Let's see, does that work? Okay, sort of. There are, oh, and it's the upside down. Okay, so first of all, let's see how they have it here. Yeah. So they have the numbers, maybe push them back, push them to the right more. Padding, well, I guess we can change the padding here to 40. Like that, and you can see that it's reverted. So we need to start from here and go up. That means that our Y scale should go not from let's see. Not from 0 to height, but to height 0. But then this might mess up with this. Okay, close. Now, that's good, but we reverted this, which is not good. We need to fix both of things. Also, you can see that it doesn't start from 0 here because, well, basically it positions it here. What we want it to do to be height minus padding minus the height of the scale. So how we do that? Position on the y-axis should be height minus padding. Okay, height minus padding minus the height of the scale, but how do we get that? Okay, the render. Okay, make sure to use the transformer to transfer the axis by the amount of padding units right and 0 units down. How do they do the y scale? H minus padding, padding. So sort of what we did here. H minus padding, padding. Oh, we use the padding here. That's pretty much what they do. 0 and the max. Okay. Oh, so if we're using the padding, yeah, they use the padding it here too. Transform 0h minus padding. Something's missing in our example. Also, the range is different, so then the plot should be y scale. Oh, we don't need to subtract the height now from the plot, I think. Now that needs why it's reverted. Let's try that. Okay, so that's something. Oh, the egg. No, so it's like in a mirror. Like in a mirror. Well, we could create another scale for this, but I don't know. Also, this doesn't work the way we want it. Let me do this challenge and see how we do it here. Append G. Something is missing. Let's see. Transform. The above code places, the y-axis works the same way, except the translate argument is the form x0. 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 Like that. No. The same. I just want the subtract a little bit, so it will go 80. Oh, look at that. They Their scale is smaller. Basically it's the same. Maybe we just don't have enough height. Yeah, no, that wasn't it. This is SVG, so it will scale no matter what. Okay. This shouldn't be too big. Why we did too bad? Oh, now I know why. So there are a couple of things we need to fix, and we need to add something, so hopefully we'll do it today. Alright, the height minus padding and padding. Also, this should be padding with minus padding. Alright, then the position should be 0. Alright, and the height like that. Alright, good, good. Now this should be okay, and this should be 0. Okay, good. So this should be only padding then. And we fixed it. Somehow we did it. Don't ask me how, because I can't explain. But we did it. Now the only thing will be to... Not sure why they swapped out here. This changes it. So maybe they go inside here. Y scale, X scale. Should be reversed. How can I guess? Just a guess, I'm not sure. So yeah, we subtract the height for the Y, which is okay, that's good. Oh, what? So now the smaller ones are the higher. Oh, I think now our scale is a mirror. So what we need to do, the Y, the height should also go like that, I think. Okay, and this should be like that. Okay. Again, don't ask me how, I just did it. We also need to put it inside, we need to add padding to it. Let's see here. This scale adds padding to the Y scale, the X scale. Oh, it doesn't really add padding here. But we need. So the X should start not from 0. Oh, we have the Y scale, why not use it? Y scale of... No. So the X scale element. Oh, I have an idea. X scale of the index. Of the D of the index. Finger crossed. So I thought that we're getting the data. Oh, not D of... D0. Not sure why I used I. Okay. So that did something. X, the width now should be bar width. I feel that we're close, but still. And the height should be height minus I scale. The Y should go this minus padding. Alright. Not sure if we need pixels here. And our bars should be, but somehow we missed some bars. I think the X scale is not good here. I feel that it misses some value. So let's go back to what we had. I times bar width. Okay. Oh, I know. The bar width is the entire width. In order to get this width of the bars, we divide by the length of the data. But we don't have the width now be 800. We need to subtract the paddings from the width. So width minus 2 times padding, like that. And now it should go right around here. And in order to fix this, we just add the padding here. And it will push it to the right. Alright. Good. So now we have our data finally being positioned correspondingly. Sort of. Good. What's next? We need to add IDs. Let's see. ID of x-axis on the G. So let's add an attribute of ID, and it should be x-axis. Next, attribute of on G, y-axis. Alright, those are done. Both axes should contain multiple tick levels, each with the corresponding class tick. Okay, so I guess we will find information about generating axes at this. These ticks are required for passing the D3 tests because their position are used to determine alignment of graphed elements. Okay, so we need to look into that. So let's just pass. My chart should have a rect element for each data point with the corresponding class bar. Okay, so where is it? Here. Our rect element should have an attribute of class bar. Alright, next. Each bar should have properties data date and data GDP containing data and GDP values. Okay, now that's not very well because we filtered out, we changed the date to there, but we can change it back. So each bar should have, let's get these two, put them here. So we need an attribute of data date set to something, and attribute of data GDP set. Well, this should be a D function, and we get D1, and here a function, and we get D0. So the date and the GDP. Now our date is mapped here, which is not okay, but that's how we needed it. Where? That's how we needed it to create the axis. Right? Or the scale, I forgot. Oh, the scale. Well, I guess we could do something. We could add another element in our array. So our arrays now look something like 2010 01 01, then the GDP, whatever number, and we could add another element in the array, which will be the year only. So then this will work because the year will be full and the date will work, and we can use D2 to create these. Alright, let's do that. So instead of splitting here, we're going to pass D0, D1, and here D0 of this. So if we console.log data here, we should see an array of arrays of 3 elements. Okay, it's too long. Let's see the console. Console, array, arrays. Okay, so you can see the year, the month, and the day, the GDP, and again the year. Alright, that's good. So now we can use that here to create. Basically now our scale failed because it doesn't know how to manipulate that type of string. So we can just change this to D2 and it should go back to showing the years. Alright, perfect. Next. We also added these, which are great. Let's see what's next. So property should match the order of the provided data. The better property should match the order of the provided data. Each bar element's height should accurately represent the data's corresponding GDP. Okay, hopefully. The data date attribute and its corresponding bar element should align with the corresponding value on the x-axis. Okay, what? Data attribute. That tooltip? Not sure. Let's see, GDP. I can mouse over an area and see a tooltip with a corresponding ID tooltip, which displays more information about the area. Okay. So that's that. My tooltip should have a data date property that corresponds to the data date of the active area. Okay, so I'm not sure about these. And we need to add the tooltip. And also the stick class. Okay, let's start with the tooltip. We created a tooltip somewhere. Where? Tooltip. Okay. This creates a tooltip, but it's not like... Oh. They just... Oh, that's a tooltip, sort of. Only shows when we hover over. Alright, so let's do that. There are several ways to add a tooltip to visualization. This challenge uses SVG title element. Title pairs with a text method to dynamically add data to the bars. Add a title element under each rack node. I think that append title and text should be what? Oh, should be D. Okay, so that's that. But I'm not sure if they would want to see this. But anyway. Oh, yeah. So append the title and our tooltip needs to have an ID. So basically it's not like that. Where is it? I can mouse over an area and see a tooltip with a corresponding ID tooltip, which displays more information about the area. Okay. A tooltip should have a data date property. Can we add that text, title text, and add an ID to it? Oof, I don't know. So let's use this. Let's go to where we create our rectangulars. Append. Alright, so now we should see. Okay. We see the entire array. But let's see. We want this to have an attribute of ID of tooltip. And the data should be D0. D0, yeah. And maybe let's add D1 and the space between them. Like that. I'm proud. Hello, Adrian. How are you? Okay, so we have that. I'm not sure if they'll like it. I'm not sure if this title should can have an ID. Okay, so let's run some tests and see how we're doing. Bar chart. Okay, so we fail a couple. Each bar element's height should accurately represent the data. The heights of the bar should correspond to the data values expected. 5325 to equal 5386. Really? Really? Alright. The the data date attribute and its corresponding bar element should align with the corresponding value on the x-axis. X values don't line up with X locations. Y values don't line up with the Y locations. I can mouse over an area and the tooltip with the corresponding ID. Tooltip should be visible when mouse is on an area, expected to be false. Tooltip should have a data date property. Alright, so I guess we can create something like this. So instead, maybe create another rectangular, which will have an X and a Y, a width and a height, and a text. Okay, I guess. So inside of rect, let's add this. And the width and height, but it won't be that. It will be something like, I don't know, 200 and 200, and it should have a data date. Okay, so now it doesn't show up. I guess we can create this separately. SVG append. We get the data date, put it there. We get an X and a Y. Maybe we could add a class. How do we know where to target it? No, we need to add it inside the rect. Have a class of tooltip oops, class of tooltip, so we can target it in CSS. Data date should be that, X and Y should be the same. No, the X should be the same, the Y, oh, it will be the top, right? Yeah, so the Y should be okay. The width and height, alright. Now let's see if we inspect, if we have a rect inside the rect element. If we do, that means we are doing something good. If we don't, then that means we're not. So rect, okay, look at that, and class of tooltip and all that. Now if we do this, I guess if we do rect tooltip to be fill pink, not working. Why? X, Y, width, height, ID. Let's put ID under the class. Oh, all of them should have an ID of tooltip. I think I can move over an area, see a tooltip with the corresponding ID, which displays more. Oh, so only one tooltip. Whoa. So only one, and then it should show the information about the area when we hover over. Oh boy. Alright, so that's not good what we did here. Only one tooltip. SVG append this. Now, the IDs tooltip, the data date should be dependent on what we do here. Also the X and a Y and the text. But how we're going to do it? We're going to have an hover method on the SVG. Now this is very odd. We basically haven't learned to do this in the section, so we need to use our own scales, which is interesting, but still. Okay, I guess. Can we add on D3 hover effect, hover method, hover event? On mouse over. Okay. And I guess on mouse over we also get the data D and Y. Alright. So if that works, then it's fine. But how do we, yeah, I guess we can get the ID. Let's create it before. It shouldn't have here anything. Width and height, which will be fixed. No this. Let's cancel them log. Sorry. Let's comment them out. Okay. So now we can see that box there, which is too big, 100 by 100. The thing now is that this box should float inside here. Okay. And we're going to add an on, mouse over, and we'll get a function, which will be D and Y. Well, we only need D, and we'll use this D to do something. get our tooltip, document get element by ID tooltip, and then on the tooltip we need to do something. Tooltip dot tooltip dot style, no, dot attribute. Let's do the same. It works. Attribute of x should be the what? The of, no, should be this. So we need the ny, and the attribute should be this. Also tooltip that attribute y should be this. So basically, we want to create a box right near that. Something. Okay, guess this ratio. No, so that doesn't work. Tooltip attribute is not a function. Okay, then style dot x. Tooltip dot x. Tooltip dot y should be tooltip dot x should be this. Tooltip dot y should be, well, not the function. Oh, we have the already. So scale like that. Don't you like it? Why? Why scale? Oh, this. All right. Not working. Console.log tooltip. Let's see what we get. Do the mouse over work? Let's see. Okay, so we get the tooltip. And can we set the x and y? Tooltip.x. Well, I guess we can say check JavaScript set x on SVG. Change position on SVG. Or we can set attribute. Okay. So that's the method. Let's use that. Set attribute x will be this. And set attribute y should be this. Oops. Like that. So now, alright, look at that. Our box is showing something, which is great. We just need to, let's not change the y. So the y should always be height minus something. Padding times 2. Also, I want to edit a class so we can target it here. So tooltip fill pink. Okay, so that's good. I guess white should be better. White, alright. Now what did I mess up? Not showing anymore. Okay, what's wrong? Oh, 2 parentheses here. Okay. So our tooltip is not here. Let's see. Fill pink. Oh, look at that. So the tooltip is down there. It has an opacity, or no? Black. Alright. Oh, it's hidden after those because we created. Oh, yeah, we created before. So let's move this here. But now we might not. Oh, it's okay. Good. So that's good. Maybe the X should be that plus padding times 2. So go a bit to the right. And the height minus, I don't know, 4. Okay, good. So something like they had. Now you can see that it goes outside SVG. Yeah, that's because it's inside. We should probably have used in div or something. Oh well. Should we use a div? Let's do that. I wanted to make it the best, so we're going to create a div here. Const tooltip document get document create element div, and this tooltip should have a class name. In the class list we're going to add tooltip, and also tooltip.id will be tooltip. Alright, so now we have our tooltip. Now we don't need to do that, and we're definitely not going to set the attribute X. We're going to style the left property. There will be one slight issue. Now this needs to be dependent on the SVG. Okay. Left top. Okay, we have it, but we didn't add it to the DOM. So after create the SVG, let's do svg.append child tooltip. Okay, and we no longer need to create this. Not sure if that works. Apparently not. What we're consoling? Console. Oh, data. Okay, so we can't append child SVG. Huh. Why? Okay, you know what? No, that didn't work. We need to have it inside the SVG in order to make the SVG position relative and this div to be position absolute inside it, so we can move it around. Hey, Last Chain, welcome. I'm glad that Traversy recommended my channel. Alright, let's see how they did a tooltip here. I'm curious. Tooltip. a div with holder. Append the div attribute style. Oh, this holder, what is it? Their div? Yeah. So we can use D3 to select and append it. Append the div and we add the properties. Okay, and that will be inside. But I want it to be inside SVG. So maybe still. But if it's inside SVG, even if it's a div, will it work? Will it show? I'm not sure, but let's try. Append div. This div should have attribute of width set to 100. Well, just add a class on it, we can style it. Attribute of class will be tooltip, also an ID. Somehow we need to make this tooltip appear. Oh, yeah. Look at that, it doesn't want to show our div. Oh, is it because it covers the SVG? Tooltip, width 20 pixels, height 20 pixels, and background color white. Let's inspect and see what's happening. That's fine. Where is our SVG now? SVG. Tool. Oh, so we get all these inside SVG. No. That's not what we want. Okay. So instead of doing this, we need then to have an SVG and do this. Alright. Somehow, finally, we did something. Now our div is background color. Let's make it black so we can see it. Okay, make it position absolute, up 0, left 0, and the SVG will be position relative. Now we should pop up here, but it didn't, so let's see why. Inspect is our friend. So the div, where are you? Let me place this outside. Div. Okay, I'm going to make it here just a bit, you won't be able to see it. Okay, so left. Okay, it's not inside. This SVG is position relative. This div is not position absolute. Okay, so how did they do it here? So they add a div with an ID of tooltip, opacity. Okay. A lot of things. Data map, max. Okay. I want to see the events. On, mouse over. Overlay transition, duration, style, height, width, left top, overlay. Oh, tooltip, style, opacity, tooltip.html, but it doesn't move the tooltip. Maybe because it's inside the overlay? Let's see. Overlay tooltip. No. Not sure what's the reason of the overlay. Overlay style, height, weight, opacity, left, top, transform. Does the overlay have some styling? Here, tooltip, height, weight, padding, font, overlay, position absolute. So yeah, does it has position absolute. Does the SVG have a position relative main container? Main container. Okay, so this gave me an idea. We can put the SVG inside the main container and add the div inside the container, and then we can position the div corresponding to container. Let's try that. Somehow we're going to make it. So let's add a container, and instead of having the SVG be select body, will be select container. Should look the same, but now our container, which I'd like to add a class of container so we can target it in the CSS. Our container should be position relative, not the SVG. And now the tooltip, position absolute, top left. Let's add this 100 pixels, 100 pixels. Z index 100. Why aren't you on the top? Let's see. SVG is inside the div ID container. Okay. And the tooltip is nowhere to find. That has a width and a height, a small width and a height, actually. So let's make it big. And also let's add a text inside. Somehow we're going to see this tooltip. Where is it here? The text will be hello. Come on, show yourself. G tooltip. Very interesting. So probably doesn't like it because it's inside the SVG. So let's go back to what we did before. We're going to create the div here. Or you know what? We can create the div inside this tooltip, like that. Add a class of tooltip to it. Tooltip like that. Alright, you can see it now appearing, which is nice. And we can do tooltip will be document get element by ID tooltip. Okay, finally we have our tooltip. And here inside we should now be able to do this. Let's add pixels. Alright, finally. And yeah, so I did all this just because here the tooltip would be outside. So that's fun, I guess. Okay, That's too small. Let's leave 700. Now let's make the tooltip smaller, like 100 and 100. How do they have it here? Okay, so it's more of the rectangular than a square. So height, go up. Mr. Florin faster than a rocket. Not really. Not this time. Background color should be EEE. No, should be AAA, something dark enough. Let's see what they have here. I want to do something. So a grayish with a box shadow and the text inside. CCC. Okay, the box shadow we have here, so let's use this. 0, 0. Oops. Nah, I don't like that. Maybe just leave it like it was with 4, 4. EA. Let's see, EA. Okay, that looks nice. Thank you, Lestian. Good off, thank you. Okay. So that was a long work for this tooltip. It doesn't look that obvious on a white background, but oh well. Now, all we need to do is to add inside it some text. Tooltip inner HTML will be D0 plus break line, plus the D1. Oops, no, we need a string here. Okay, so now hopefully, yeah. Oops. So inner text, inner HTML. Alright, so that's that. We need to hide it first. Center things inside, so let's make it display flags, align it to center, justify content center. Okay, text align center. Alright, let's add plus GDP here. Okay, maybe without the space. Alright, slowly looking not this great. Oh, we can add a dollar inside. Oh, we can say billion. Yeah, let's say billion and a dollar sign in front. So dollar sign. Maybe now that we have all this mumbo jumbo, let's use a template literal. Okay, and now we can format it the way we want it. So D0 break line like this, and next on the second row D1 with billions and the dollar in front. Alright. Yeah, so pretty interesting. Maybe make it bigger, 70 and 120, add a little bit of, and yeah, I guess it's maybe a bit more height, width, no, 150. Alright, well that's fine. I will do one more thing. I will wrap this inside a small tag. so that it will be smaller. Oh, and now we need to say flex direction column. Okay. And I guess we don't need the break line anymore. Okay. Pretty, just a little margin. I can't hold it. Tooltip, small margin, bottom, 5 pixels. Okay, that's all. No more things added to this. What we need to do is, by default, the tooltip will be display none. And when we want to show it, we're going to do tooltip show will be display flex. Okay, so only when we hover over, we want to have the class. Where is it? Here, the hover over. We want tooltip class list add show. Fire, fire, fire in the chat. Alright, so when we hover over, we show it. And when we hover out, so next on mouse out, we want the tooltip class list remove show. So now we have like this with web, blip, blip, blip. We have like this, and when we move out, it disappears. Alright, that was a lot of work just for a tooltip. A lot. Insane amount of work. Okay, let's see. Now what we had should have a data date property that corresponds to the data date. Okay, let's add quickly that. So tooltip set attribute data date with dd0. And let's run the tests to see if we have that test running. Tooltip. Okay, so our tooltip is finally done. A lot of work only for a tooltip. Okay. The heights of the bar should correspond. Why it's not corresponding? To the data values. So probably has something to do with our scaling. The height. We're using the height. Height on the rect. Height minus. The heights of the bar should correspond to the data values. I'm not sure how to fix. X values don't line up with X location. X don't line up with X location. What that means, I don't. Do they pass all the tests? No. Oh, okay. It wasn't done. I was surprised. So the X did. I guess we need to look here how they do it. Left. No, I'm interested in this. So the X is X scale years date, which is the same for hours. So the X on the, okay, one more time. SVG rect, append data date. They get the data Data GDP, they get it. The class, the bar, the Y. Okay, the Y. Height minus D. Height minus D, just D. What they're passing as the data. Scaled GDP. Scale GDP's map and returns linear scale item. Linear scale scales this from 0 to GDP max to 0 to height. I think these tests will take us another hour or so. The data attributed and its corresponding bar should align with the corresponding value on the x-axis. Data date. Data GDP. Oh, there's something here. Look at that. So we have 246 billions, but here we have 2000. So, oh, I guess it's not right. The scale is not good. Let's see. Yeah, look at this. So something's wrong with our scale. Okay. 0 GDP max, 0 height. Linear scale. Let's see our scale. Linear scale 0 max, the x. Oh, min and max. Okay, so I can just use 0 here. And map it on 0 height. Well, I want it to be like that, but still it didn't change much. Why? Oh, this is the x scale. The x is fine. The y scale is wrong. So 0, the max. Let's use the min, I guess, here. D3 min. So not from 0, but from min. D3 min data D like that. What's wrong now? Oh, I think that was same. GDP is item 1. X-axis, X max, X scale. Yeah, can see that. Oh, should we just remove the padding from the height of the bar? That's it. Height minus padding. Okay, and now we need to edit y scale minus no padding. Okay, so now that's better, although can't see it, but it looks, let's see, 2000. Yeah, looks much better. So we was offsetting the padding there. Let's run the test and see what's working and what's not. Yes. Okay, so we did those. Each bar's element's height should accurately represent the data. The heights of the bar should correspond to the data values. Expected infinity to equal that infinity. Why do you go to infinity? Our mapping is wrong again somewhere. So let's see the height. The height should, I'm not sure why it goes to Y scale D3 max D1 D2. Okay, GDP. Does it say if it's for the GDP or not? Oops. Tests. The date attribute is corresponding. Okay, so the date is not corresponding also. And I guess looks fine to me. 70 2010. Okay, padding the scale, the width, bar width. How do they calculate the width here? Bar width. Oh, look at that. So something similar to what we have. And bar width is what? Bar width is width divided by 275. So the length. Yeah, that's pretty much what we have. Alright. We're close enough. Just some dx max, d3 max years date, set mount, get mount plus 3. What? So 75, it's exactly there. But so it's ours. Well, maybe a little off. Just a little bit off. 95. But why is that little bit off? X I times bar weight plus padding. The same should be their X too. X scale. Whoa, just that. Year's date of I. Yeah, so it takes the year's date. Yeah, basically what we have. We just, oops. Oh. We're not using the X scale. So let's change that X scale D0. Not sure how this will break or not. Okay, that breaks. On the X, they use X scale and pass in the year. And that should know where to position it. Yup. So we need to pass in the year, which is D3 actually. Scale D2, not D3. The third element, so D2. Alright, so that's good. But now we don't have all the elements. But at least the ones we have, they are positioned correctly. Sort of. Not really. 10th month, so still not perfect. Let's run the tests and see. Yeah, same too. The data attribute and its corresponding bar element should align with the corresponding value on the x-axis. When we're creating the x-axis, we do 0 height minus height x y height. So the x-axis, y height. I'm not sure. Oh, because we're positioning, yeah, we're positioning from the height. Okay. Alright. I forgot that. The fun part is now that we only see the years here because on our scale we're not using the quarters, so we create a scale with only the years, but between the years we have some months, so maybe we need to convert those months to decimal points. Okay, let's see what they do. Quarter, item 0 substring plus quarter. Years, okay. When they create their scale, D3 mean years date. Years date takes in the, oh look, it creates a new date from the item. Now that's clever. Instead of just using the years, it creates a new date. So let's do that too. Instead of doing this, we can create our scale by doing new date of D0. And here also new date of D0. So takes that string and creates a date. Okay. Now that's interesting. And here I guess we're only using the get date, get a full year. Date, get full. This 0, the date, get full year. Okay, so now that's that, and we're passing here the 1. Sorry, the 0, get full year, but it will be the same thing. Not even. Why? Scale D0, get full year. Oh, new date D0, get full year. New date. But it will be the same thing. Won't know. It will. Yep. I think what we had was almost good. We just need to offset it a little bit. But who knows how they handle the month x-axis. X scale years date. Years date. Years date. Just a new date. Okay, and then on the scale they pass in that year, that new date. But how are they showing just the year here? That's weird. Oh, X max. New date, the max year's date, and then X max set month. Oh. So they use the max to set the month. Get month plus 3. Guess we can use the same approach. So when we create a scale, let's copy this and use it where? On the scale. The min of okay, hold on. What was I doing? So new date, and the max was X max, like that. Oh, year's date doesn't know what year's date is, so just pass in this. Data the alright, like that. So now that should do something not like what we want. Okay. Oh, new date of. The max of data. Data D0. New date. We want the maximum value from the date. Not sure why they did. So X max, they want to set the month. D3 max years. DT min just gets the item and goes data map. Okay. I will go back to what we had for now. Because we changed a lot and I slowly forget. So let's see, we had this which almost looks like what we want, just has a little bit of offset, sort of. This looks almost fine, but here so the min and max is not perfect. Now the X scale, D2 takes the year. And we're not using the scale, that's a problem. We're just pushing them inside. So let's try again. X scale of D0. So no, D2. Let's put D2. We'll put the years. All the other ones will be gone. So we need to use somehow the months. I have an idea. Here we're splitting. Let me create a function. Convert date to year. And we get the date here as a string. Date string. And it will return. Let's split it. So splitted will be date string that split, like that. Now the year will be date string of 0, and the month will be date string of 1. And what I want is to take this month. We have months 1, 01, 04, 07, and 10. And I want them to be mapped to something like 0.0, 0.2025, 0.5, and 0.075. And then we can add this to the year. So it should map. It should map correctly then. Now, how do we convert 0, 1 to 0. Okay. I guess we could just create a map something. Let's do that. So const mapping. This is a hack-ish something, but should work. So this should be 0, 04 should be 0.25, 07 should be 0.5, and 10 should be 0.75. So now we have the month, and we can return year plus mapping the month. And now instead of doing this, we do convert date to year D0. And we should have some interesting data. Oops, this shouldn't have that. Okay, let's see where we are. And I want to see console.log data. I want to see the data and see if we have the D index 2 to be what we want it to be. Array 1 undefined. Okay, so here you can see that we have an array, but this is 1 undefined, so something went wrong. Date split month. Let's console.log month here, see if we have the correct month. Nine zero. Date string. Console.log the date string. Okay, so we have the date string correct. We split year month. Let's get the year also. Let's see. What's wrong? Did split, it's not. Well, it should. Oh, I'm using the date string, but we should use splitted here. Alright. Splitted. That's the item from the array. Okay. That's better. But the idea behind it is not perfect. It's flawed. Oh. 90 point. Oh, it's a string. The year is a string, so we need to convert it to number. Alright, finally. So now it's a number. Where is it? Here. It's a number 9072.25.0.75. 9073. Okay. And now if you hover over here, should see them perfectly aligned. Okay, this was a hack I'm not the most happy about, but it works. Let's see if it passes the tests. At least that test that was failing. No? Ooh. Okay. Each bar element's height should accurately represent the data corresponding to GDP. What? Data attribute and its corresponding bar element should align with the corresponding value. Okay, so didn't work. This 271 doesn't look like 10% of this, does it? That's 1,000. Looks like halfway. Let's move the ADAS. Let's move the axis from 0 to 100 pixels. I want to compare. Not compare. To compare. I want it to be here so we can see more. 300. We can see more accurately if it's good or not. So 2000 is here. Looks fine. So what's wrong? So look, 2000 is around there. I have no idea what's wrong. Well, this bottom part, it doesn't look what they have here. That's true. But maybe because they have... What's the height and width? 800 to 400. Let's use those. 800 and 400. Save. Yes, so it still doesn't look perfect. They're not playing around with the padding. Maybe that's some issue. Let's see their SVG. SVG border 2 pixel solid black. Nothing showed up. Why? I saw that they only have a Y margin, which they use probably where? To put the x-axis? No? Yeah. Where are you using the Y margin? For the... Here, for the Y, for the X. No. So they're not using the Y margin. Bar, width, height. Interesting. Oops. Yeah, they're not using the Y margin. Maybe because they had the same issue. Run. Oh, we needed to run in order to see something applied. Yeah, so Look at that, the SVG is there. They also have some space, which is what we have, so that shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Transform 60 0 on the Y. Okay, and on the X, where is the X-axis? X, they have 60 and 400. Okay, so yeah, that's good. Still looks a lot longer than our SVG. Sort of. Our has some padding to the right. I really don't understand why it's not working. Looks aligned to. But with all these calculations, who knows what we. Let's look at the tests again. Somehow we need to find it out. Each bar element's height should accurately represent the data's corresponding GDP. Heights of the bar should correspond to the data values. Expected infinity to equal that. Why we get infinity? The height. Let's try something. This should go back. Oops. Like that. Okay. So now they're upside down. Oh, this is upside down. Well, I don't care about that now. Their height should be I scale minus. Okay. And the Y should be height. Okay, so now what? Okay, now we fail one more. Still infinity, so that didn't solve that. And now we don't have the y-axis aligned. Alright. Let's go back. Trial and error, guys. Trial and error until we fix it. 2 hours and 30 minutes. Alright, that's something. Okay, so the height is good. I mean the alignment. The JDP data attribute is corresponding bar elements should align. So it aligns. Now the each bar element's height should accurately represent the data's corresponding GDP. Heights of the bar should correspond to the data values. Expected infinity to equal that. So we need a max value to that we have. So what's your problem? D3 max, D3 min, range, height, padding, width, padding. Looks fine to me. And this one that it doesn't line up. They also look lined up to me. Okay, 2000, 2005, 2010. Oops. Yeah, so looks fine. maybe, let's see, we could slice up a little bit the datas just so we could let's see, map slice from 0 to 20, so we can just see some data here. Yeah. Oh, 0.1, okay. Month 7. Alright, so that looks good to me. Point 0 is January. Point 0 is January. Maybe instead of white, let's put an opacity here. Opacity 0.2. So that, yeah, so that we can still see it. Might be a pixel off. Let's look at their chart. So again, the data, what we get back. Let's set data. Wait. Yes, this is the entire data. Data here. Data here. Oh. Years date. Data. Okay, they use a lot of data, so we need to change that. Our data now will be everything from data, but the, what was it called? So the data and the data inside the data will be data that slice 0.20. So we're just changing the length of the rays. Okay. Now the issue is that they don't use the data here. So let's change this to 20. And we should, oops, need to run. We should probably see, yeah. So Q1, does this still work? Let's see. Probably not all the tests, but yeah, which one not? Okay, expected 20 to equal to, yeah, that's fine. And bar height. Look at that, how simple, how little calculations are. But they work with that, so that's, they don't have the 2 tests failing. Oh, they have 9. Which one do we have? We have 9 and 10. Get infinity. Where do we get infinity? I have no idea. Oops. Okay, let's fix those. Oh, we need to run it. Is anyone listening so far? It's been a long stream. This is what happens when you don't know exactly how to work with the tools, which is fine. A beginner is dealing with this a lot, so let me drink a little water to get some energy. Oops. So our issue is something with alignment. And I don't know what. You'll find the solution. Hopefully today. Well, today's in 12 minutes, today's tomorrow. Okay. So there is something just a little bit off, but I don't see what. Bar width, width minus okay, and then we use the padding. Here, a little bit that curve, not that high, which bothers me a bit. But other than that, don't they start the height from, let me change this to behavior auto updating, like that, and see the height. So the Y scale goes from 0 to max and maps from height to 0, and ours goes from, well, actually height is right. We are not okay with the X positioning. Oh no, so the height is also off. The data date, so the height is off, and the positioning corresponding environment should align with the corresponding value on the x-axis. How are they calculating this? X-axis, query selector bar, query selector all tick. Oh, we don't have a tick class. I forgot about that. Let's put this back. And console, no. I want to see those ticks. Do they have a class of tick? Yeah, so they do. Oh, so translate 72.03. Transform, translate. You go away. So the first tick 72.8. And we need to find our bar which has the date 1950. 1951, and see if that has an X of something similar. 71.53, and this is, I forgot, 72. So close. Where can we store this so we can compare? Let me clean this. So let I don't know, bar 1 will be this, and let tick 1 will be, oh no, go back, ticky ticks. So now we're debugging. Translate that. Okay, so they basically off by 0.5. Alright, let's go to check the next one also. The class 4. Well, actually, let's go to the last one. It will be easier to scroll up. So the last one is 55. Oops. Okay, and Now let's go to the tick with the year 2015, well, the bar with the year 2015, and see what's the difference. So let bar 2 will be this. Yeah, so just let bar 2. So just 0.5 to the what? To the right. Okay, that could be fixed. So the Y positioning is just a little bit off. Y scale minus 0.5. And now hopefully that should be Y. Yeah, let's see. X values though. What? X. Oh. Not the Y. X. 2 minus 0.5. Now they should line up. I'm not sure. No, they don't. Data attribute. And its corresponding bar element should align with the corresponding value on the x-axis. Aren't they the same now? Come on. Transform 755 to 24. So 755 to 4. And this 755. Oh, I should have added 0.5. Debugging. Who's watching this recording? If you get this far, you're amazing. Just write something in the comments. I'll congratulate you myself if you get this far. Okay, so it's still not perfect. They don't line up. Give me numbers. What's happening? Which numbers are not lining up? Let's go back to the console. Check again and see what we did. So this one 75524 2015. Oh, that 75524. So now the X is the same. And they're still not lining up. Now that's weird. That's really... Maybe the starting point is not the same. How can I see these elements? Well, let's check the first one. So the first one is 7203, which goes for the year 1950. So 7203. 7203. 7203. That looks fine. Not sure what's wrong. Okay, let's go to theirs. And check this. I want that bar. 3491. 3491, and let's see, this. Three. Okay. The that's not even. Hmm. Okay. So the Q0 seems to be just to the left. I feel like I'm looking at this, but they are not actually the issues. But what else can I do? Maybe just offset it by one element? Okay, so our plus 0.5 doesn't work. Our scale linear domain. Where we're using the converted data? Oh, here. So we're using it. The range is good. Maybe let's just use the range of width. Okay. Let's check it now to see maybe, I don't know. Yep. Still no. The width is correct. I don't know what else to do. Scale linear. Import evaluate to output are the usual steps somewhere. There's less chain. Import evaluate to output. Out. Not sure what you mean. Sorry. Oh, this should be. But they, I don't know. Okay, let's try to fix the other bug. I'm referring to the data set. Uh, Import evaluate output. Usual stuff. So the other one. The heights of the bar should correspond to the data value. Expect infinity to equal that. Where do you get infinity? I don't see. So the height. Let's see what they test so we can test. Parse floor get attribute GDP divided by parse floor get attribute height. Data GDP divided by the height. For each get attribute parse floor r divided by a equal to fixed 3 and to fixed 3. The heights of the bar should correspond to the data values. Okay, so we have infinity 0. Somewhere we have 0. 0 divided by something is infinity, right? In JavaScript, I don't know. Let's check. Maybe there's some issue. Console.log. 0 divided by whatever. 0. Whatever divided by 0. Infinity. Okay. So somewhere our a, which is the height, is 0. The height minus I scale minus padding. Well, let's see. How can I test this? Do we have an each? D3 each loop or something? For each. I want to loop over and get this these datas. Each. Okay, so each. And I want to do the calculations myself to see where do we get infinity. Okay, so each, this gets a function. And we get, let's see, console.log e, so we get something here. Sorry too long. Okay. Let's look on the inspect. Nothing here. Where is it? Each. E console.log. Console.log. We are here. Oh, there's an error. Sorry. Okay. So we get the data, or just the data. I want to get the height and the data GDP. So let's, I guess we can convert this to a function and have this. And now this should refer to the rect element. Okay, perfect. Which has a weight and the height and the data GDP. Somewhere, some height 0. Let's check. So we have this. We want to say this dot. Can we do height? No. This dot get attribute or something. Get attribute. Why it's laggy. Hello. Because we're consoling, so let's not do that. This dot get attribute of height. Does it work? Console.log. Yep, good. Save that. Okay, const height will be this, and const data GDP will be this that get it attribute of data GDP. Okay, and let's console.log GDP and height. Okay, good. So we have all these. Now let's also console log GDP. We convert them to numbers and we divide them. And maybe instead of console.logging them, let's do an array, and we're going to push them inside of the array. Array.push all of this. So now after that we can console.log array. Okay, so that didn't work. Array.push, oh, sorry, like that. Okay, so too long, don't. Yep. Array like that. Okay, so look at that. The first one has a height of 0, which apparently shouldn't have. How do they fix this? Because they range it from 0 to height. So that's the same thing. Do they add to the height something? No, return D. Return D, which is what? Scale GDP. Linear scale. Yeah, so the same. Some values don't have the dot, not decimal also. Okay. Let's see what's the height of their first item here. Height 5.38. How did you get that height? Linear scale. So we missed the function. Linear scale. Yeah, that's the same function. From 0 to GDP max and range 0 to height. Okay. I have an idea. So the height shouldn't go to the min. Let's try that just for a second. This should be 0. Okay, so now you can see that it is a bit higher, which is good. So now that should pass, hopefully. All right, at least we have one more done. Okay, so that was because we were mapping from the min, and it became 0. All right, so that's done. What it's left is to fix the X scale, and then we are done. How do we fix that? They are off just by the X values don't line up with X location. How do we get those locations? Let's see what they say here in this test. The data attribute and its corresponding bar element should align with the corresponding value on the x-axis. So the date and the bar element align. Why they don't align? X scale. Is it because we're using the X scale? No? Yeah. X scale, Y scale. Okay, so that's okay, 0, 0. Are they translating it somehow else? 6, the x. Where is it? X, yeah. 6400. Well, we're using the padding. Is that an issue? Should it be? Padding 0, height minus padding. So the 0, yeah, it goes from 0. I kinda see something different, but I'm not sure. You can see here they have it inside, and this is not, but I'm not sure if that's the issue. Just might be with the weight. Oh, okay. Let's look over the code and see if we have somewhere some misalignment. So height, width. So it goes from the padding. Let's remove this padding on the X scale. So just go all the way. Are we failing now? It should work. Yeah. Good. So that's still there. Now on the X, we do X scale by that D2, which our D2 is this stuff. So that's good. We're passing the D2 to create a scale. We're also passing D2, no, a minimum and a maximum. Come on. A minimum. And the width, bar width. Well, I guess they check the the X anyway, so is just a bit off in my opinion. Not 100%. We don't need this function anymore. How can we test this? X-axis, height, padding. Okay. So they use the same scale. That should work. That's my confusion, because they use the same scale, should be in the same place. Let's see on these if I change the scale that's using. So D3 min max plus 10. Okay. Will this fail? Probably. Yeah. Pick and the same one. So our calculations somewhere. So let's log out these values and see what values they get and see what values we get. Console.log this. Object. Okay. Sure. Date. Date. No. Get full. This should be 2015. Yeah. But get. How do I get time? Get. I don't know what's wrong here. Could it be the browser? Let me open this in Chrome. I had some issues with another browser, so maybe that is the issue? I don't know. Oh, D3 bar chart. Yep, the same one. X values don't line up. X values don't line. Why they don't? Because we're using the same scale for both. Tooltip, okay, that doesn't bother us. I don't know what I'm missing. X scale. What I did. What's wrong if I delete that? Oh, we were canceling the array and it doesn't know what it is. Okay. 3 hours for a chart. I don't have any idea. X-axis translate 0.5. Now I'm just guessing randomly because they don't say which one don't line up. I guess one more thing I could try. All. Let's each. Do we get something from here? Console log. This. What is this? We could probably, yeah, click transform. Y to Y. We could get the year and could get the translate, but also you've noticed that on there they don't align exactly as I don't know. X. Where are you created? Now another fun part is that they have the same width and height, but still looks different. Margin, probably because margins. Oh, width, height. So let's get this that transform. Is that get attribute transform. No, undefined. Why? Console log this. Oh, this is the entire axis. Okay, so that's not good. I want to go inside those and get the this that text. Inner text, sorry. Inner text. So we don't have an inner text. Alright. Text transform. This is a G with a class of tick. Oh, I guess we could go underneath here. Let's do it in our project. We can go and get all the tick classes. X will be a document query selector all. dot tick, and we can do ticks for each tick. Console.log tick.get attribute of transform. Transform. Okay, so now we have the translate. Okay. What? Oh, we get two types of ticks. The ones from the y-axis. So ID of x-axis. Okay, so those are those. Now, I also want to see their inner text if they have inner text, or if don't, then we get the inner HTML. Okay, inner HTML. Okay, line stroke and text field. Have a text there. I want to get this here from here. How do we get it? Yes, const text will be tick.query selector text. So now let's see the text. Okay, text, and this should have an inner text or something. Text. Nope, inner HTML. Weird, they have something. Okay, so inner HTML. Now we get the year and the value. And what I'm going to do is to also loop over all these, get their X position. This is an overkill, but don't have any ideas how to fix it. Okay, so all the rect with a class of bars. So all bars hopefully those are watching, they know some other good idea how to do this. So bars, and on the bar we want to get the attribute of of X. Also X and the data GDP. No, data date. Data date. Okay. Now what? Now I want to get only those which have a fixed here. Or maybe they shouldn't be. Why is not working? This seems like a hack, and this still doesn't guarantee that we will fix it. Okay. But still, let's do it. Const take a final array or something, and in the final array I want to push the transform on array of transform and inner HTML. Or you know what? No, let's just push an object with a property of the year. Property of the year, and inside first will be transform, the property of transform, which will be this data. So object, the property of a, the year, and inside we get the transform. So now if we console.log this, if we didn't do anything wrong, hopefully, we should have an array of objects with the year now here. This, that, x, a, something is what? Oh, I deleted that. In final array, push this object, property, another object inside, transform, take, get. Alright, so what's wrong? Console.log final array. Oh, I forgot the parenthesis here. Now add that back. Alright, so we have an object with the values of the year and then inside transform. Now what we need to do is to loop over the bars, and if the data date is the year and the month one, we're going to find the property inside and push in the X attribute. If bar, let's const date will be this, and if date, well, let's split it also by the dash. If date.0 will be the year. So if we need to search it, but not actually, because we have all the years. We just want to get out the month. Okay. How we're going to do this? Get out the month. If date of 1 will be 01, right? Because we have the year, the month, the day. If that's the case, then we want to get the attribute X inside the final array. Final array. Not sure why we used, so we push in an object of objects now. Let's make this an object, and final array of this, final array dot this should be a new something like this. Now the final array should be our object. That a lot of hacky things. It doesn't work. Object of text inner HTML should be equal to. Alright, so now we have an object of value, property, and values. Good. And inside here, object of date of 0. So we get the property that what this should be. Let's transform. This will be x. Will be, what was it? Var get attribute x. And let's console log the object here. Oh no. Object date 0, so the year, object of the year, that x will be var get. Let's cancel that log this. Once again, I want to get rid of this so we can see the clean console. 4040 date 1 data date. What's data date? Console log var data date. What, only one class of bar? What? Console log bars. Should be a lot of bars here. Bars.length. Yeah, okay. So now bar get attribute data date. Just one. Maybe because of this, that's an error. Okay, good. So now we have those. Console log date. Okay. Date by 0 should be the year. Good. And object of date of 0. Undefined. Okay. Maybe because that's a string. So let's that's not object. Don't we have the object? Okay, we do. And it's quite large, and we blocked the code. Alright. Maybe the way I'm trying to access Okay, that's not good. Let's convert it to an array. Ticks. But ticks won't be 2075. How many ticks we have? Console.log ticks should be 275 divided by something. Ticks.length. 40. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 12. Oh yeah, because they don't go every year. So we have this subject, but apparently is not good. So let's do something else. Let's create an array again. And just push this inside. Array that push. First one will be the inner text. And the second value will be the transform. Okay, let's see our array now. So tired, barely talk. Okay, so we have the years and the transform. Now we can go here, get the date, split it. So we get year and month. If month, oops, so we get the month. If month is 01, and if year, so we have the year inside that array. We find if this year is inside also. So how do we do that? Array.find. We have our inner array a.0 equal to, well, just find it like that. Found a.0 will be equal to the year. If that's its case, let's console found and the year. Undefined, the year. Undefined. Okay. So we don't find it. Why? Also that log a.0 is that. Let's see what's a.0. Okay, so it's the year. Oh, we have the comma. Alright, we need to remove that for adding it here. So replace a 0 with empty string. I mean a comma with an empty. Now we should see it. Okay, good, finally. And if we found, which will be an array, found that push, oops, what did I do? Okay, yeah. So if we found this, we want found that push. Not sure if we can do something like this. What? we want to push the get x bar.getX. Okay, so now if we did everything correctly, should have all the three values. Probably not. Array find console.log found. Maybe just returns a reference to that array and won't actually Okay, so that now let's then do for each a, and if a that then a that push this. Bar. Does this work now? Okay, finally. We got that inside the array. Now we can see what's different. Wait, 71. We had the same 0.5. Okay, so 0. X 0.5. Last time it didn't work, so not sure if this time. Now they're exactly the same value. For the first one, for the next one, let's see for the last one also. Yeah. Okay, so they're exactly the same value. Still don't want. Okay, I think I give up. I don't know what else to try. Because they don't give us here. Let's see how they check it. Query selector x-axis, all bars, all ticks. There are no selected elements. Okay, true. The TRX data here top left. SE. What's this? E. Okay, I'm going to hack it somehow. Prettify JS. I want to see how they run it and what. Beautify code. Okay, so they get the x-axis, the bar and the text, and assert is above is true. ER, E which is the bar, R which is the tick, X, SE. What's this SE? X, date, data date, year, top left. Zero bar. Gets the E, the R, the X probably from the bar, the data date, the year, top left. Maybe the top left is not right. Let's see if someone else had a problem. Apparently not. Don't see what this SE function. What do they use? SE. Yes. Should be a test library or something. I could see what they're checking for. I could see why it's not working. I think I could go inside their bundle.js here. See what's that SE function. SE. Oh, okay. SE. SE. There. Oh, Visual CSS. Oh, maybe that's the thing they're using. So let's see. Selector, DOM context error result. Yes. The main function finding elements uses query selector all. Return all array, all elements matching the selector. CSS selector, count element document, an array or an array-like object to which sizzle with append results. For example, jQuery passes a jQuery selection. What is this? SE. Promise. First. Oh, I think I know. We can find function space SE. Alright. So ETRA, no. Oh, no. Whoa. Where this function? Call. Whoa. Oh, I stopped talking. I was trying to. I wanted to see what this function, but apparently I couldn't find anything. Yeah, I think I'm over engineering this. Some things don't like. I didn't. Hmm. Maybe remove all the padding. Zero. Maybe by the x, should we subtract the width, bar width? We don't. Okay. It is as it is for now, and I'm going to ask why bug first. Who knows? Let's test it first. Although I'm not sure if the same test. Okay. I will submit it like it is, as it's almost close. I'm going to open a question. and see what we get back. Okay, let's see what we get. We'll continue tomorrow. Okay. Sorry, didn't work out for some reason. There is a bug, but we'll find it even if we do it offline. Alright. Thanks for watching. If you did so far, you're a hero. Yeah. I don't know. What was the issue? We'll see. Have a good night, evening, morning, or whenever you are. Bye.